Hey guys, happy Friday. The walk is a metaphor. My phone is pretty sensitive, and sometimes that's a good thing. You want to make sure you're hitting all the buttons right and everything, but sometimes it's oversensitive. And so when I'll be typing a text or a note, once in a while I'll accidentally hit the voicing button, which then suddenly reads my text or note out loud, and it's really annoying, and of course takes me by surprise, so that's never fun. And honestly, if I wanted my texts and notes to be read, I would just read them aloud to myself. I don't need my phone to repeat it back to me. And honestly, hearing people on the phone is bad enough, and talking to people on the phone is bad enough. But to hear my notes to myself and my texts to other people, to hear them out loud would be pretty stupid. I mean, I already get pretty nervous on the phone anyway, and I just don't know how to articulate that well on the phone if, I'm not prepared. But my text would be so much worse. I mean, especially with emoticons and things like that these days, and emoji. Let me read you a sample. Here is one text. I put the garbage can in the garage. Smiley face. Good night. So hungry. Frowny face. I use a lot of smiley faces. The emoji and the regular kind. I have to wait 15. Half face like this. Like that. Honestly, I'm not too bad with text. I'm actually one of those rare people who don't really use a lot of acronyms and slang and random things like lol. Although I do use lol a little bit. I usually type in full sentences and use usually correct grammar and spelling. I sometimes use K, but only in rare occasions when that's literally the only thing I have to say. Sometimes I speak in Spanish. Not correct Spanish. My texts to my dad are almost always one-sided. Can you imagine if people spoke like they texted? Maybe for me it's not that different, but for most people it would sound pretty ridiculous. I guess for me it's easiest to type with correct grammar and spelling, just because it just sounds better and it's less confusing if you have your sentence in grammatically correct and good spelling. That was a horrible sentence. And also my phone, they put the little squiggly line, the red squiggly line if your word is misspelled. They don't have a green squiggly line yet, but I'm sure most phones will have it before long. And for me, I cannot ignore that little red squiggly line because it just is so frustrating to see, and I can't help it. I like texting and typing in correct grammar and spelling. This is my challenge for you. Try to go 1 hour if you're a major texter and really popular, or at least one day, one full day, 24 hours. Try to go without texting like you normally text, especially if you text like a 5-year-old. So if you're the type of person who uses a lot of acronyms and slang and emoji and emoticons, try to go without it for 1 hour, a few hours maybe, or even a whole day. And see how that changes the way you communicate with people, the way you relay your feelings and emotions and thoughts. See if it's a lot easier, see if it's a lot harder. See how the length of your text changes, if you find it a lot easier to text maybe in full sentences. And maybe you'll like it, maybe it'll drive you crazy. So try it out, tell me how it goes, and just tell me what you think about text to voice and just the way people text these days, the way you text, if you think it's a lot easier to text with those emoji and other things, and like people understand what you're saying, so it's no big deal not to type in full and grammatically correct sentences. Let me know what you think, and have a great weekend, guys. Bye!